presents the 1939 World Series through the combined facilities of the Mutual Broadcasting System, affiliated stations, and the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation's 240 radio stations in all. The Gillette Safety Razor Company brings you the play-by-play account of the crucial second game between the New York Yankees and the Cincinnati Reds. This is Stan Lomax speaking direct from the Yankee Stadium in New York. Bob Elson, Red Barber will alternate in giving you the running story. Lowell Thomas, world-famous author and news commentator, will describe the setting of this dramatic event that has millions and millions of followers in all parts of the world. Let me mention the fact that Gillette's advertising messages will be brief and so timed as not to interfere with your enjoyment of the game. The Yankee Stadium presents a colorful, stirring picture today. Men and women are here from all parts of the continent. And now, may I introduce Lowell Thomas.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks, Stan Lomax. By the way, this is my first shot at trying to be a sports commentator. If you people hear the roar of the crowd, if it sounds like laughter, perhaps you'll guess what's going on. That crazy fellow of baseball, Al Schacht, is in the box doing his stuff. I think Al is doing the one that he calls the nearsighted pitcher. And it certainly is a corker. He gets better every year at it. The goofiest fellow I know, Al Schacht. By the way, Stan, it seems to me that to handle this pregame part of the World Series broadcast, a fellow ought to combine word wizard Rick Rice and Johnny Kira. A round of sports commentators such as Bill Stern and Clem McCarthy and Red Barber here. And God. So here I am, a non-sports commentator whose only qualification is that I play ball once in a while with those fellows whose names I've just mentioned. Over there sits Grantland Rice and Richard Swidmer and Johnny Kira. I wish I had their combined eyes and all that they know about this scene to pass on to you. So long, Al Schacht. There he goes. And I wish I could be in about 50 parts of this huge Yankee. I'd like to float around pointing out particularly the notables who are from your hometown. Microphone. I can see a few. Let's see. Over there sits a place called Palo Alto, California. His name, Herbert Hoover. And he never misses a good baseball game or football game if he can help it. He may look just a little bit solemn, but he's one of the jolliest and most human men in this land of ours. Right now, he isn't feeling so jolly. Few men have taken the war in Europe to heart as much as he has, but he's trying to forget it today. Beside him is Larry Ritchie, who was with him at the White House in the days when Mr. Hoover was President of the United States. American flags. They're hanging limp and listless right now. They keep breeze, but for the most part, the flags tell the story of a still meeting to any ball game. The fielders. Just throwing him in for the Red Batters to get a little bit of final practice. It's early this morning. Right above us. But the Lord filling up. Those high-priced seats. Only a few score of meaning that the reserve seat holders, they can show up just a few minutes before the umpire calls play ball. But they're pouring in unexpected emptiness at the world last moment. But it looks like it's going to stadium. Having a field headed by Tom Comiskey. It is, but we never got around to that. Box next to the red dugout, National League. Now Bronxville. Once a Stars radio comment doing this. Is that so bored? Players to me, and Gabby Hartnett down there in the boxes. Just a clean, hungry-looking catch years ago. For the first world, he's going to become czar of baseball. 2 years ago, one blazing hot day, we sat together at the Chicago Club's game with the Reds out at Crosley Field. And it looked pretty hopeless for the Cincinnati Reds in those days. But look where they are now, and it's all happened in 2 years. Paul Crosby told me even then that he had it all figured out. Just how he was going to perform this miracle, and he did. One odd thing that he told me that day was that until he bought the Reds, he wasn't even a baseball fan. Well, I probably wouldn't be having anything to say to you right at this moment if it wasn't for Grantland Rice. Grantland's been taking me around. He and Bill Dickey's brother, Skeeter. Bill, as you all know, broke up that ball game yesterday afternoon in the last half of the night. The way Grantland Rice described it to me was that he said Bill was a very lazy fellow. He was standing up there at the bat. A couple of balls came over, a strike, and then Bill looked up in that lazy fashion, and he's a great hunter. He saw the ball coming, and he said, that there ball is a quail, and he took a shot at it, and away it went, and so it was that he broke up the ball game. Here's something rather curious about Powell Crosley, the owner of the Reds also. Powell has been a football player, polo player, wizard industrialist of the radio. Now the big boss of the pennant-winning team playing here in this World Series. But most surprising of all, he happens to be a native of Ohio. Sure, we know that Cincinnati's in Ohio, but among the Cincinnati players down there that are just about to go out and try their luck in the second game of this World Series, there isn't a single one that's a native of the state of Ohio. As usual in all World Series games, the crowd is standing up now for the Star-Spangled Banner. Star-Spangled Banner, I was telling how the Cincinnati team, curiously enough, hasn't a single Ohio player on it. For instance, there are 2 from Missouri, 1 from Maryland, 3 from Pennsylvania, 1 from Illinois, 1 from Mississippi, and 1 from California, and 1 from New York City. And now about the Yankees. Where do they come from? Well, the New York lineup for today's game includes 5 out of 9 who are from California. Joe Gordon, Joe DiMaggio, Frank Crosetti, Babe Dahlgren, and Monty Pearson, who's going to do the pitching. Bill Dickey, he's from Louisiana. Fred Rolfe is from the White Mountains of New Hampshire. George Selkirk is from Canada. Charlie Keller from Maryland. And that's the way it goes. Wonder if I can pick out any more in this vast mass of humanity, 60,000 people. Oh, yes, there he is down there with his hat off. You could recognize him anywhere. The Sultan of Swat. In that box where Jake Rupert used to always sit. Now, I'm going to say so long and switch over the mic to Red Barber, who has a word for you before the Yanks and Reds cross paths.
Thank you, Lord Thomas. Now let me speak for our sponsors, Gillette of Boston and Gillette of Canada, who bring you today's game. When you use a Gillette Blue Blade in the new Gillette Tech razor, your morning shave is quick, easy, and refreshing. That's because this new razor has 4 major improvements that make shaving faster and far more comfortable than ever before. 1, a solid bar guard smooths the skin ahead of the shaving edge, like a barber does. 2, a non-skid thread prevents razor side slip, safeguards you from nicks and cuts. 3, a vice-like guard fulcrum holds the blade rigidly, absolutely eliminates edge vibration. And 4, slotted construction entirely prevents clogging. You shave in much less time with this new razor. What's more, you get shaves that make your face look and feel its best. Buy the easy-shaving Gillette Tech, spelled T-E-C-H, with 5 Gillette Blue Blades from your dealer. If you don't get the best shaves of your life, if you don't honestly agree that this razor is head and shoulders above any other you ever used, take it back and get your money. And now, leaning into the microphone, the fine descriptor of the narration that's about to come, Bob Elson. Bob?
Thank you very much, fans. Quickly, here's the lineup now because the Yankees are out on the field. For the Yankees, Crosetti short, Red Rolfe at third, Keller in right field, DiMaggio in center field, Bill Dickey catching, Georgie Selkirk in left field, Joe Gordon at second, Babe Dahlgren at first, and Pearson pitching. He's won 12 and lost 5. For the Fighting Cincinnati Reds, Bill Weber at third, Lonnie Fry at second, Goodman right field, McCormick in first, Lombardi catching, Kraft in center, Berger in left, Myers at short, and the pitcher, Bucky Walters. He's won 27 and lost 11. The umpires, Beans Reardon back of the plate, National League, Summers at first base, American League, Pinelli at second, National League, and McGowan at third, American League. I've had to give you this quickly because the teams are out there in the field. Yankees in their white uniforms with dark blue stockings and dark blue caps. We just heard the announcer giving the lineup to the people in the stands through the public address system. And now we're all set to go. The Yankees wearing a white uniform, Cincinnati their traveling uniform of gray with a black cap and a red peak and black and red stockings. Here's the first man to bat. It's Bill Werber, a right-handed hitter, the Cincinnati Reds third baseman. This promises to be a grand game with two swell pitchers. The first pitch is a ball that's high and outside to a right-handed hitter. Yankee outfield is swung around a little bit to the left. Third baseman Rolfe is playing in close. Rossetti at short is playing a deep shortstop. Boys talking up out there in the infield. Here's the pitch. Werber looks at a fastball. It's going outside. Get yourself all set for a rip-roaring ball game today. This promises to be a honey. As the Cincinnati Reds will carry this battle again to the Yankees here in the Yankee Stadium in the second game of the World Series. Here's the next pitch. Werber looked at one a little bit high, a ball. That's ball 3. That's 3-0. By the way, Pearson has pitched in 3 consecutive World Series, has pitched a game in each series, and has won each game. Ronnie's getting a sign again from Dickey. The pitch is a slow curve. He caught the corner with it. A strike. It's a nice day here. Lowell Thomas told you it was a little bit hazy, but the sun is trying to break through, and it's a grand day, a swell crowd. Here's the next pitch. It's a strike. He got a nice fastball in there right around his knees. Ronnie wasn't taking any chance to break off a curveball there with a 3-1 count. His chief concern was to get that ball in there over the plate, so it's 3-2 now on Werber. Here it is. He swings. There's a pop fly ball behind the pitcher's box. Joe Gordon comes in. He's right under this ball. He has it, and there's one gone. So the first man to bat in the second game of the World Series goes out. After running that count up to 3-2, Bill Werber popped out to Joe Gordon. One gone. Now the next man to come up is little Lonnie Fry. Here's the swell little ball player, Fry. He's had a fine year for the Cincinnati Reds, the left-handed batter. Pearson getting a sign. The first pitch, Lonnie looked at the fastball. It's right around his knees. A called strike. Pearson stands a little over 6 feet tall, a rather slender fellow, rather deliberate worker out there on the mound. He has the sign again. Here's the next pitch to Fry. Strike! He caught the outside corner that time, knee-high, with a nice one. So it's 2 strikes on Lonnie Fry. Joe DiMaggio has moved over toward right center field. The outfielders keep moving around as these different hitters come to bat. Here's the next pitch. He started to swing, but he stopped in at the ball. That was a drop that broke low outside to a left-handed hitter. And it's ball 1 and strike 2 on Lonnie Fry. Nobody on and 1 out. We're in the first inning of this second World Series game. Here's the next pitch. Fry took a low curveball inside. Ball 2. Ball 2 and strike 2. Rolfe at third, Rossetti at short, Gordon at second, Babe Dahlgren at first, DiMaggio, Selkirk, and Keller in the outfield. Here's the pitch. He swings. There's a foul down the first baseline. Jimmy Wilson, who's coaching at first base for Cincinnati, goes over and grabs that ball, throws it out of play. Manager Bill McKechnie down there to our left, coaching at third. Pearson is now looking back towards center field. Now he turns around. He has his glove off. Rubs that ball up and into the second baseman. 1 out and nobody on here for the Reds. There's a fly ball into right over to his left. He's under the ball. He had Lonnie moved over easily. Now the Yankees kick that ball around the infield. And comes up their right fielder, Ivan Goodman. Left-handed batter. Mighty good ball here in right field. Powerful arm. Left-handed. Left-handed. Stopping right down the middle. Makes it ball 3 and strike 1 on Ivan Goodman. Cincinnati right fielder. Batting with 2 out and nobody on in the first half of the first inning. Pitch a curveball. He hits a high up fly ball down the left field line in foul territory. Rolfe after it. He caught it. And it retired the side. Ivan Goodman hit a pop foul fly down the left field line. Red Rolfe chased that ball down about 65 feet behind third base and caught it in foul territory about 5 feet outside the line to retire the side. So it's no runs, no hits. 3 up and 3 down. In the first half of the first inning, and now Cincinnati's going out of the field. And here's the way the Reds are lining up. There's Berger going into left field. Perry Kraft is going into center field. Ivan Goodman in right field. McCormick to first. Lonnie Fry to second. Billy Myers to short, the captain of the Reds. Bill Werber over to third. Bucky Walters, under right-handers out there on the mound. He has a grand record this year, 27 and 11. And the catcher, Big Peter Lombard. First man to bat for the Yankees is going to be Frankie Trussetti, their shortstop. Yesterday's game for Cincinnati, McCormick had 2 of the Cincinnati 4 hits. Kraft had 1 and Myers had 1. For the Yankees, Keller won, DiMaggio won, Dickey won, Gordon won, Dahlgren won, and Ruffing won. Now we're getting all set with the Yankee half of this first inning of the second World Series game. Some of the latecomers are still coming in down here below us. It's a tremendous crowd and a grand day. Now Walters is getting his sign. Here's Cressetti up the first pitch. Ball, fastball low inside. Frankie jumped to get out of the way. Here he is right underneath our mutual microphone, right down here below us. Both Reds keep up that constant stream of chatter out there in the infield. Here's the next pitch from Walters. A strike, just as straight as a string. A fastball right around his knees. And the count is 1-1. Nobody on and nobody out. The Yankees are batting. It's the last half of the first inning of the second World Series game. There's no score. Here's the next pitch. A strike, another fastball. It's right around his knees. It's called. And you can hear the umpire Beansberg shout all the way up here in our broadcasting booth. Walters goes back and fingers that rosin bag momentarily. Now he's getting set again. The Cincinnati outfield is playing straight away. The pitch. Cressetti swings, bounces a foul. That ball bounced to the right, bounced up and hit Cressetti, rolled out in front of the plate. It's a foul ball. Walters picks the ball up and walks back to the mound. Artie Fletcher is coaching over at third base for New York. He has his handkerchief out right now, and he's wiping his face. Over to our right is Earl Combs. Walters is getting his sign. Here's the next pitch. He swings, and here's a high foul. It's coming back near the screen. Lombardi flips his mask off. He's coming back, but he can't get it. It hit into the screen right down here below us. Can't tell in watching those fouls when they're first hit whether or not a catcher is going to be able to get it. He couldn't tell either. He thought he had a chance for the ball, so Beezer flipped his mask off. Mask and cap fell onto the ground. He came all the way back here to the wire right down here below us. And the ball hit into the wire. The count is ball 1 and strike 2 on Cressetti. Yankee leadoff man who's batting here in the last half of the first inning. Bucky Walters is getting his sign again. Here's the pitch. He swings. There's a pop over the shortstop's head. A hit. The first hit of the ball game. Cressetti hit a little pop-up, a little pop fly ball over Billy Myers' head into short left field. And it's the first hit of the ball game. So the New York Yankees draw first blood. Next man to bat is their third baseman, Red Rolfe. That is the number 1 hit made by the Yankees, made by Cressetti. Now Bill Werber, third baseman, moves in a little bit. Here's Red Rolfe up. It may be a sacrifice. Watch it. Shorts his bat as though he might be going to butt that ball. The third baseman came dashing in, but the pitch was wide for a ball. Yankees have a man on. There's nobody out. It's the last half of the first inning. Bucky Walters getting his sign out there now. Watch it. There's a runner going down and hit and run play. Foul. They'll hit the ball down the first baseline. The hit and run signal was flashed that time with the runner on first base, Frankie Cressetti, breaking for second, and Rolfe pulling that ball down the first baseline. It was a bouncing ball outside the bag, a foul. So the count is 1-1 on Red Rolfe. Bill Werber drawn in. Left fielder Berger's playing in a very short left field right now. The center fielder and right fielder are playing plenty deep. The pitch, ball low and outside. Lombardi almost had to go into the dirt for that one. Makes it ball 2 and strike 1 for Red Rolfe. The Yankees have a man on first. Bucky Walters, the right-hander, is on the mound for Cincinnati. Watch that man. He has a big leadoff over there. Here's the pitch. A strike. There's the fake to first. He's back safely. Lombardi fired that ball down to first base to McCormick, trying to pick Cressetti off, but he got back there safely. That was a called strike on Rolfe. The count is now 2-2 on Red. Next man to come up will be the right fielder, Charlie Keller. Walters getting his sign. Watch Cressetti. Has a pretty good lead off. Here's the pitch. He swings a bouncing ball to Walters. Back to second base. Out. Back over to first base. Safe. No double play. The play went from Walters to Billy Myers to McCormick. It was out at second. Safe at first. No double play. So there's one out and a man on first base now for the Yankees. And the next man to come up is their right fielder, Charlie Keller. He had 1 hit in yesterday's game. Charlie Keller up at the plate, a left-handed batter. The Yankee partisans, remembering that triple of his, give him a hand as he steps into the batter's box. Powerful-looking boy down here below us. And on first base is Red Rolfe. There's 1 out. Here's the pitch. He takes a fastball right around his knees. Bucky's plenty fast out there today. 1 strike. Charlie Keller batting for the Yankees in the last half of the first inning. Bucky Walters getting his sign again. Watch Rolfe on first base. Here's the pitch. He swings. There's a bouncing ball out to Lonnie Fry. Over to second base. He stepped on second base himself. He started to flip that ball. To Billy Myers as he came over to second base. But something happened in flipping the ball. He couldn't get the ball out of his glove, so he quickly stepped on second base to get the man going to second, but it's no double play. It's out at second and safe at first. Going to flip that ball out of his glove to Billy Myers as he was running over toward the bag. Something happened. He couldn't get the ball out of his glove. So he dashed over, touched the bag with his foot, then held the ball, did not make a play at first. Man on first base, and here's Joe DiMaggio. Man on first base is Keller. There's 2 out. Ball. It's low inside to Joe DiMaggio.
He had one hit in yesterday's game. Bucky Walters pitching very deliberately out there on the mound. Keeps an eye on Keller over on first base. Here's the next pitch to DiMaggio. Fastball. He hits a roller foul down the third baseline. Artie Fletcher picks it up. Gives it to Bill Werber, and Werber roughs the ball up a bit and then throws it back to Bucky Walters. Keller is on first. There's 2 out. The Yankees are batting in the last half of the first inning, and there is no score in this second World Series game. Now Walters is getting his sign again. Keller has a big lead off. Here's the pitch to Joe. Joe takes a low curve ball. A little bit too low that time. Big Beezer Lombardi grabs that ball, steps out 3 or 4 feet in front of the plate, does something to Bucky Walters, and then throws him the ball. Cincinnati outfield, Berger in left, Kraft in center, and Goodman and Wright are playing plenty deep and straight away. Keller on first base is edging. There's 2 out. Watch it. Here it is. Curveball. He hits a long fly ball way back into left field. Left fielder Berger's back. He should get it. He does get it. And it retires the side. Joe DiMaggio gave that ball a ride that time. Deep into left field. And Wally Berger pulled it down. And the totals in the last half of the first inning are no runs and 1 hit. All right, Red.
In baseball, we talk a lot about teamwork. Well, men, teamwork counts for plenty in shaving, too. Razor and blade must be made for each other. Fit perfectly to give you real satisfaction. That's the combination you get when you buy the new Gillette Tech Razor with 5 genuine Gillette Blue Blades. We pause for station identification. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
This is WGN, the voice of the people, Chicago.
World Series game. The Yankees are out there on the field. There is no score. We're starting the first half of the second. Monty Pearson is pitching for the Yankees. Bucky Walters is pitching for the Reds. There's been 1 hit in the ball game so far. The first man to bat for the Yankees in the last half of the first inning led off with a hit to Bucky Walters. Did some real bearing down out there. Had 2 taps to the infield and a fly ball and got himself out of that jam. And now the Reds are coming to bat with their first baseman Franklin stepping into the batter's box. Right-handed batter. He's facing Pearson now. Here's the first pitch. Right. Fastball right around his waist. Once he gets his sign again, here's the next one out. Here to the right. And goes here to the right. Study's playing deep short back at the edge of the study's front. Maggio moving easily. All the first out. Maggio at left center. Joe went over to his left field. Big cap. Score in the Pearson is all inside it. Oh, he's on it. Here's the next one. Ball 2. It's ball 2. Body leans over again. Pearson has his sign. Here's the pitch. And again, Pearson hits the high body again. Pearson hits the high body. Back into the stands. 50. There, second inning. There's no score in the Walters Series game. The next pitch. Pearson has his sign. Short foul fly. Now, foul territory it does. Down to the railing. No story open. Charles for that. The railing there in front of the box seat. Dropped in foul territory for a foul strike. Makes it 2-2 on Beezer Lombardi. Lombardi was running down the first baseline because when that ball sailed down the line, it looked as though it might drop either way. Back up at the plate now with a count on him 2-2, and Pearson again getting his sign. Here's the pitch, curveball. He hits a high foul. It's going up into the stands here to our right, back of first base. Our position is right behind home plate up here on the second deck with first base to our right. Here are the Reds right down below us here in the dugout to our right. The Yankees are down here to our left. Third base is to our left. We're looking straight out across the pitcher out into center field. Lombardi batting with a 2-2 count. 1 out and nobody on. Reds batting in the first half of the second inning. Here's the pitch. He swings, and here's another foul. It's up here to the left. So Beezer Lombardi is distributing souvenirs to the second World Series game to the fans here in the stands at about $1.75 a copy. Pearson getting his sign out there again. 2-2 is the count on Lombardi. Here's the next pitcher. He swung at a curveball that time and tipped it foul. Dickey dropped the ball, and he gets another swing. Lombardi went around, had a waist-high curveball that time, tipped it foul, and Dickey dropped it, so he gets another swing. It's still 2-2. Rossetti, the shortstop, has moved way over to his right. Here's the next pitch. Lombardi swings. There's a fly ball way out into left center field. Selkirk is going over to his left. He caught it on the run in left center field. Beezer Lombardi smashed a long fly ball way back into left center. Selkirk went over fast for that ball and caught it on the run. And there's 2 gone. That ball was really well hit. Yes, sir. Beezer really hit that ball. Now Now the next man to come up is their center fielder, Harry Kraft. Kraft batting. He had one hit in yesterday's first game. Batting now with 2 out and nobody on in the first half of the second. Here's the pitch. A curveball. He got a piece of the ball and fouled it back into the wire. Pearson gets the new baseball from umpire Beansburden of the National League, who's back at the plate today. Throws the ball out to Pearson. Takes a lot of time. Pearson and Walters, the same type out there on the mound. They're both very deliberate. Here's the next pitch. Fastball outside, knee-high, a ball. Makes it 1-1. Well, you can understand a pitcher being deliberate when you stop and think of the importance of this World Series game. Getting ready. Here's the next pitch to Kraft. A swing and a foul back into the net. Ball 1 and strike 2. Frankie Cressetti talks it up out there at shortstop for the Yankees. You can hear him all the way up here. Red Roth at third, Joe Gordon at second, Babe Dahlgren at first. That's the Yankee inner defense. Pearson starts to wind up again. Here's the next pitch to Kraft. A swing and a high foul. It's going to the left. Dickey coming back, but can't get to it. It goes into the lower box seat section, and the count is still ball 1 and strike 2 on the Cincinnati center fielder, Harry Kraft. Pearson has his glove tucked under his right arm. Now he's turning around, facing the batter again, puts that glove on his hand. Juggles that ball around in his glove a few times. Now he starts the windup. Here's the next pitch to Kraft. Kraft takes an inside pitch in close at the knee for a ball, makes it 2-2. Ball 2 and strike 2 on Kraft. 2 out and nobody on. The Reds are batting in the first half of the second. Pearson's getting a sign again. Here's the next pitch. A swing and a miss. He struck him out. That was a slow curveball right around his knees. Kraft went for that ball and missed. He struck him out. And that's the end of the first half of the second inning.
Joe DiMaggio says, give me a Gillette Blue Blade and a Gillette Tech razor for real shaving comfort. Other men can experiment all they please, but I'm steady. And fans, you'll say the same thing the first time you shave with the new Gillette Tech. For money, positively can't buy a sweeter shaving razor than this. Get one from your dealer today. Get one from your dealer today for only 49 cents. If you don't agree with Jolting Joe, if you don't say that the Gillette Tech, T-E-C-H, the Gillette Tech razor with the Gillette Blue Blade make the easiest shaving combination you ever used, your dealer will refund every cent you pay. All right, Bob, the last of the second.
Going into the last half of the second inning of this World Series game, fans, so far there's been one hit in the ball game. It was made by Cressetti of the Yankees. There's no score. Both pitchers doing a grand job and both teams fighting hard. Now the first man to bat for the Yankees is their catcher, Bill Dickey, who's hit one yesterday's game. First pitch is waist high, a curveball, a called strike. Bill Dickey, a left-handed hitter, is up there. In the batter's box. Cincinnati outfield is playing deep. Straight away, here's the next pitch to Dickey. It's a curve, a nice one that time, right around his waist. That fooled Bill completely. Walks out of the batter's box. It's 2 strikes on Dickey. Walters came through with a beautiful curveball right across Dickey's waist, and it's 2-0 on Bill. Nobody on, nobody out. Last half of the second, no score. Now the windup, here's the next pitch. A fastball. He struck him out right around his knees. Bill Dickey is called out on strikes. Walters came through with a fastball right in around Bill's knees. It caught the inside corner, and he struck him out. Called out on strikes. Bill doesn't say a word. He just walks back to that Yankee dugout and tosses that bat away. Here's the left fielder, Georgie Selkirk. Selkirk batting left-handed. Went hitless in the first game yesterday. The first pitch is rolling inside a ball 1. Cincinnati outfield has swung around a little bit more to the right now for Selkirk. Walters is getting a sign out there again. Here's the next pitch. A swing and a miss. He went for a curveball around his knees, and you should have seen Selkirk go for that curveball. Not and almost swung his box. Getting a sign again. Space there by Walters, and strike 1 on Selkirk. Half of the second inning. Now the windup. Here's the next ball out over second base to the short center. Kraft. He's going to second base. Here's the take at base on a perfect pitch. Billy Myers and Selkirk. A tip was out on a very close play. Series so far. That was a Texas League single into short center field, and Selkirk on his toes tried to stretch it into a double and was out when Kraft made a perfect peg to Billy Myers at second base. So there's 2 gone. If you're keeping a scorecard, be sure to credit Selkirk with a single. Into the World Series game. Now the next man to come up is the Yankee second baseman, Joe Gordon. Here now the windup, and here's the first pitch. It's a swing and a fly ball after is under the ball. It's very high. He's still waiting. He caught it. And it retires the side. Backed up for a very high fly in the deep center field. It was caught by Harry Craig. Well, fans, we saw a very thrilling play in that inning. Pitch a single into a double. Fast grabbed that ball and made a perfect play. Really playing, hustling, heads-up ball 9 World Series. Game of 2 innings so far. The fans that have seen all that we've seen so far have already had plenty of... Now the Yankees are out there in the field, getting in his few practice pitches. As we go into there is no score on either side. Gordon out there, the Yankees' famous Keystone combination. Speaking of combinations, man, remember Blazer and that Gillette Blue Blade. Try it tomorrow morning. First man to bat for Cincinnati umpires. We're having a little discussion down. First man to bat for Cincinnati umpires. We're having a little discussion down. Everything seems to be in order, right? Batter out there in the infield. The next pitch to Berger. A swing and they hit for Wally Berger. Or hitting the backstop. Cincinnati's Yankees. He missed. They're hard to couple on him, but he threw a fast. Here's Walters, who, by the way, is a very good hitter besides being a grand pitcher. The first pitch he swung at and fouled on the ground off to the right, and it's 1 strike. Cincinnati batting in the first half of the third. 2 out and nobody on. There is no score in this second game of the World Series. A swell crowd, a grand day, and 2 wonderful teams. Perfect setting for the second World Series game. Pearson getting his sign again. Watch it. Here it is. Inside curve. Too high and too close. A ball. Takes it 1-1. Bucky bats right-handed. Pitcher getting his sign out there again. Here's the next pitch to Walters. Walters swings. There's the bouncing ball to Red Rolfe. He's up for the ball. There's the peg. He's out. Rolfe to Dahlgren. And it retires the side. Picked that ball up. Got it across the infield in a hurry, and it retired the side. So it's no runs and no hits. So far in 3 innings. Now the Cincinnati runner has reached first. In 2 innings, the Yankees have made 2 hits. Single in the first inning by Crucetti, and a single in the second inning by George Selkirk. Neither pitcher has given a base on balls. Walters has 1 strikeout. He struck out Dickey. Pearson has 2 strikeouts. He struck out Kraft, and he struck out Myers. Cincinnati's going out of the field now, and the first man to bat for the Yankees in the last half of the third inning is going to be their big first baseman, Babe Dahlgren. Bucky Walters out there getting in a few pitches to Beezer Lombardi as the Reds get set around the infield. Billy Werber's just picking up a ball now, trying a long throw across the infield to McCormick. The shortstop, Billy Myers, is standing right near the bag, talking to Lonnie Fry, who's standing right on the bag. There he took a throw, tosses it to Myers. Myers flips it over to Werber. Werber back to the pitcher, and we're all set to go. The outfield playing straight away and deep. Berger in left field, Kraft in center field, and Goodman in right field. No score. We're starting the last half of the third inning of this second game of the World Series. Here's Babe Dahlgren up. He came through with a powerful hit yesterday, that double that drove in a run. Here's the first pitch to Babe. A swing and a long fly ball back into left field. It may go for a hit. It is a hit. Out there against the fence, it bounces in, and it's a 2-base hit. Babe Dahlgren starts the last half of the third inning with a 2-base hit. The ball went between Berger and the left field line and bounced into the lower box seats. And according to the ground rules, that is an automatic 2-base hit. If a ball goes in there on the fly, it's a home run. So that's 3 hits now. That is the first extra base hit of the game. And now the pitcher Pearson is coming up with a man on second base and nobody out. So far the Yankees have averaged a hit an inning. Bill Werber comes over to talk to Walters. Bill's playing in close. He's expecting a sacrifice. McCormick at first base is ready to dash in. Watch this play now. Here it is. That bunt down the third base line. Pitcher picking the ball up. The play is to first. He's out. A sacrifice by Pearson. The bunt down the third base line between the pitcher's box and the third base line. Walters came over fast, grabbed the ball, saw that he had no play at third, fired the ball over to first base where Lonnie Fry had shifted over to cover on that sacrifice. So it puts a man on third base with 1 out for the Yankees in the last half of the third. Now the Cincinnati infield is drawn in with a possible play in view here at the plate. And here is Crucetti up. Crucetti single the first time up. Now Walters getting his sign. Here's the pitch. He swings and misses a curveball right across his waist. 1 strike on Crucetti. Man on third base, the Cincinnati infield drawn in. Ball game in the last half of the third. There's 1 out, remember. Walters bearing down now to get out of this spot. Here's the pitch. Fastball low and outside. A ball makes it 1-1. Bill Werber, Billy Myers, Lonnie Fry, and Frank McCormick are all in at the edge of the grass. Boys playing in closer now. The play, of course, will be in case of an infield tap to try to cut off this man at the plate. There's 1 gone, and the Yankees are batting in the last half of the third. Steady here in the batter's box, right down below us. Walter's getting his sign. Here's the pitch. Fastball. He hits the ground ball to the shortstop. Fumbles the ball. The runner scoring. To take the first. He's out. Close play at first. Myers fumbled that ball. He didn't have a play at the plate anyway. He picked that ball up and got the batter at first base on a very close play. Myers to McCormick. The man on third base tore for the plate with a crack of the bat against the ball. Myers, even had he picked that ball up cleanly, could not have caught him off at the plate. He had to go to his right for the ball. He knocked it down, picked it up, and got his man at first. So the Yankees lead now by a score of 1-0. Here's Rolf up. First pitch of fastball right around his knees. It's a called strike. Here's the next pitch, and there's a pop fly ball into short right center. It's dropping for a hit. Rolf rounding first. Pulls up now. He went around first base, too, and ran a third of the way down to second, and then beat it back when the right fielder Goodman got that ball back into the infield fast. That's 4 hits in the ball game. That was a hit right over the second baseman's head into short right center field, and it was hit by Rolf. That, by the way, is Red's first hit of the series. Now the next man to come up is the right fielder, Charlie Keller. First pitch to Keller, he hits a high, short fly down the left field line. Berger coming over fast, maybe fair, maybe foul. He dropped the ball, and here's a run coming around third base and scoring. It's a 2-base hit, scores another run, and Keller pulls up at second. Berger came all the way over to the left field line for that ball, made a gallant try for the ball, but couldn't get it. He touched the ball with his glove and dropped it, and I feel sure that the official scorer will call that a 2-base hit. We'll get word now from the official scorer, but I'm sure it'll be called a 2-base hit because Berger had to run almost a half a block for that ball. Actually, with 2 out, Rolf on first base just kept right on running. The score now is 2-0 in favor of the Yankees. Keller out on second base and Maggio up. That's 5 hits. Here's the pitch. Joe swings. A bouncing ball down the third base line. Walter's going to his right. Grabs the ball. No play. It's a hit. The man on first and the man on third. Fans, that is scored as a 2-base hit. That is official now from the official scorer. Keller's low fly ball down the left field line that dropped just about 2 feet inside the line, for which Berger had to run about a half a block. He is scored as a 2-base hit. Maggio just hit a slow roll all the way over to the line for the ball, picked it up there with a man on first and a man on third. Man on first, a man on third. Here's Dickey. Nothing now in the last half of the third. There's 2 outs. He's hit into right field and scoring another run. Way to third to throw in. Deuce on third. Bill Dickey hit another run, and the Yank game 3-0. That's another hit this inning. 5 hits for the Yankees. First, a man on third. The next man to come up is Selkirk. Cracked that hit into right field is on first. The score now is 9. Here's the next pitch to Selkirk. It's a slow curve. It's low and outside. Bucky Walters takes his time, goes back, picks up the route. Encouragement to him. Billy Myers, Lonnie Fry, and Bill Werber all talking up out there in the infield. Here's the next pitch to Selkirk. It's a strike over the inside corner, a fastball. Called on George, and it's 1-1. 2 out. Maggio on third, Dickey on first. Walters takes a lot of time out there, getting all set again. 3 runs have scored for the Yankees in the last half of the third inning. Walters, a right-hander, getting his sign again, keeps an eye on those base runners. Here's the next pitch, a slow ball. He cracks the ground ball to Fry. Fry's up with it. There's the fake to first. He's out, and it retires the side. 2 men are left on the bases. In the last half of the third inning, the Yankees scored 3 runs. The Yankees scored 3 runs on 1, 2 hits. In the second game of the World Series, the Yankees 3 since.
Well, today's game is just wait till you shave with time. You'll get the thrill of shaving comfort and satisfaction you've never experienced. Comfort and satisfaction. This is.
Their turn now in the first half of the fourth inning are trailing by 3 runs. The Yankees jumped on Bucky Walters in the last half of the third for 3 runs on 5 hits. But we're still in an early stage of this ball game, and the Reds still have a good chance to come back. First man to bat for Cincinnati is going to be their third baseman, Billy Werber. Popped out the first time up. Stepping up now in the first half of the fourth inning. Nobody on and nobody out. Here's Bill Werber in the batter's box to face Monty Pearson. Now Pearson's getting his sign. Here's the first pitch. Werber swings. There's a foul back into the net. 1 strike. Red Rolf is playing in close at third. Crissetti playing a deep short. The outfield is not playing very deep here for Werber. So So far, the Yankees have made 7 hits. Cincinnati has made none. Pearson takes a lot of time, working carefully out there on the mound. Here's the next pitch. It's a fastball right around his knees. A called strike, and it's 2 strikes on Billy Werber, the hustling third baseman of the Cincinnati Reds. Pitcher gets ready out there again. Here's the next pitch. It's a fastball outside, right above the knees. Makes it ball 1 and strike 2. 1-2 for Billy Werber. Pitcher's all ready again. Here's the next pitch. Ball low and outside. Makes it 2-2. Jimmy Wilson coaching at first. Bill McKechnie coaching at third for Cincinnati. Talk it up down there and pull for Bill Werber to get a rally started here for the Reds in this first half of the 4th. Lonnie Pearson starts to wind up again. Here's the next pitch. It's a ball outside, waist high. Billy Werber stands right up there, looks him over. Pearson had 2 strikes in this boy. Now he's run the count up to 3-2 as Werber, not to be fooled, really looks him over. Pearson has the sign again. Here's the next pitch to Werber. It's a ball too high. Walked him. There's the first walk of the ball game. Base on balls given by Pearson to Werber. Starts the first half of the 4th. That, incidentally, is the first Cincinnati runner to reach first. Now the next man to come up is the second baseman, Lonnie Fry. Man on first base and Fry up. Pitcher looks around, keeps an eye on that man on first base. Bill has a short lead off. Here's the pitch to Fry. It's a strike call right across his waist. Third baseman Rolfe is playing in close, although it doesn't seem likely that we'll get a sacrifice in this spot because Cincinnati has to play for a cluster because they're 3 runs behind. Man on first base, Lonnie Fry batting. Pearson getting a sign. The pitch, ball inside and high, and Fry backed all the way out of the batter's box. It's 1-1 on Lonnie Fry. Man on first for the Reds. Nobody out in the first half of the 4th inning. The score is 3-0 in favor of New York. Now Pearson has the sign again. Here's the next pitch to Fry. Ball outside, knee high. Monty, another boy up there with a good eye, really looks him over. Pearson started this 4th inning by giving a base on balls, the first walk of the day, to Bill Werber. He's pitching out of Fry. Here's the next pitch. It's a ball outside again, outside and high. Ball 3. Dickey steps out in front of the plate and says something to Monty. Throws him the ball. Now he comes back in there, crouches behind the batter, Lonnie Fry, second baseman of the Reds. There's Bill Werber over there on first base, content with a very short lead. The Reds aren't taking any chances. Gets ready again. Here's the pitch. Strike. He caught the outside corner, knee high. Lonnie Pearson threw a fastball over the outside corner, knee high, and it's a called strike on Lonnie Fry. Ball 3, strike 2, man on first. Watch him now. He may go with this next pitch. There he goes. Here it is. He struck him out. There's the plate to second. He's out. The batter, Lonnie Fry, struck out, and Werber going to second base was out on a perfect peg. Bill Dickey to Frankie Crissetti. So there's 2 gone now for Cincinnati in the first half of the 4th. A curveball right across Lonnie Fry's waist. Lonnie took a cut at that ball but missed. He struck out. The runner going to second base was out on the perfect peg. Bill Dickey to Frankie Crissetti. 2 gone. That's 3 strikeouts now for Pearson. Walters has 1. Walters has given no walks, and Pearson has given 1. Here's the Cincinnati right fielder, Ivel Goodman, up. First pitch to Goodman is a ball, a little bit outside, waist high. We're in the 4th inning of the second game of the World Series. Pearson and Walters are the pitchers. The Yankees lead 3-0. Next pitch is a strike, right across his knees, right over the outside corner. So it's 1-1 on Goodman. The Yankee outfield is swung around to the right. DiMaggio is playing way over there in right center. Right fielder Keller is playing plenty deep for Goodman. Next pitch is a slow curve. It's right around his knees. The called strike. And it's ball 1 and strike 2 for Goodman. 1-2 for the red right fielder. Pearson getting his sign again. There's a curveball. He struck him out. Curveball right around his shoulders. Goodman went for that ball and struck out. And it retires the side. That's 2 strikeouts now in the first half of the 4th. And that is the end of the first half of the 4th inning.
Here's a telegram from William Justerberg's drugstore, Vincennes, Indiana. Quote, our stock Gillette Tech razors sold out 2 hours after yesterday's series broadcast. This is fastest selling, sweetest shaving razor we ever had in our store. Unquote. Men, learn mind why one dealer after another is sending us wires like this. Try the new Gillette Tech Razor, on sale everywhere with 5 genuine Gillette Blue Blades for only 49 cents. It has 4 major improvements that make shaving far quicker and easier than ever before. Into the last of the 4th inning with Bob Elson.
The pitcher, Bucky Walters, is out there on the mound getting in a few practice throws. The Yankees lead 3-0 in the second World Series game, but don't count these Fighting Reds out. They'll be in this battle. Give these Yankees plenty battle all the way through. Remember, they open the third game of the World Series in their own ballpark in Cincinnati on Saturday. Now Walters is ready to pitch to Joe Gordon. The first man up in the last half of the 4th, and the pitch is very high. It's over Joe's head for a ball. Ball 1. Gordon's second appearance at the plate today. The first time up, he hit a fly ball to center field. Walters getting his sign out there now. Here's the next pitch. It's a ball inside. A fastball very high. Away. Makes it ball 2. Nobody on and nobody out. The Yankees are batting in the last half of the 4th. Walters stands there on the pitching rubber getting his sign from Lombardi. Next pitch, he hits a high foul up over the roof to the left, back of third base. It's ball 2 and strike 1 on Gordon. Reds talking up out there in the infield. Werber, Billy Myers, Lonnie Fry, Frank McCormick. Pitcher has his sign out there again. Here's the next pitch now. It's a swing and a bouncing ball to Werber. Werber's up on the ball. There's the peg across the infield. He's out. Fast play. Bill Werber to the first baseman McCormick. Werber went to his left with that ball and cut in front of the shortstop Myers. Grabbed that ball and throw him up. Now the Yankee first baseman, Dave Dahlgren, gets a hand as he comes up. Dahlgren, you remember, started the rally in the 3rd inning with a double down the left field line. Here's Babe stepping into the batter's box. He's had 2 hits in the series so far. They hit in the first game and hit in the second. Walters is getting ready. Here's the first pitch. It's a ball inside close to a right-handed hitter. Dahlgren backs all the way out of the batter's box. Cincinnati outfield playing deep and straight away. Here's the next pitch to Dahlgren. Dahlgren swings and misses a curveball around his knees. Lucky fooled him on that curve. Quite a bit of speed on that ball. Count is 1-1 on Dahlgren. 1 out and nobody on in the last half of the 4th. Here's the next pitch to Babe. He hits a long high fly way back into left field. Wally Berger's backing up near the fence. Back. It's a home run over the left field fence. Babe Dahlgren just did a home run over the left field fence. Here he comes around third. He's jogging down the third baseline. And to Babe Dahlgren goes the honor of hitting the first home run in the 1939 World Series. Well, that certainly made a hit with all the Yankee partisans out here. Remember, that swell Gillette Tech Razor will make a real hit with you. Will make a real hit with you. Pitcher Pearson coming up. The score now is 4-0 in favor of the Yankees on Babe Dahlgren's home run. Here's Pearson up. First pitch he swings at and misses. A strike. It's a slow curve right around his knee. Pearson went for that ball and struck. 2 out and nobody on. 1 run in. Here's the leadoff man, Frank his sign. Here's the pitch. A swing and a roller. Rally's play. Lombardi to McCormick. Said he hit a little roller right out in front of the plate. Body call for that fast, but big piece of lump fired it over the fast, but big piece of in the last half of the 1 hit. Between the New York Yankees and the Cincinnati Reds. The Yankees going out of the field, and the score 4-0 in favor of New York. They scored 3 runs in the 3rd and 1 run in the 4th. Now the Reds are coming to bat for their turn in the first half of the 5th inning, and their great first baseman, Frank McCormick, is going to be the first man up. So far, the Yankees have made 8 hits in the ball game. Cincinnati has made no hits. We repeat these things for the benefit of the fans over the nation who might be tuning in late. The score is 4-0 in favor of New York as the Reds come to bat for their turn in the first half of the 5th. Pitchers, Pearson a right-hander and Walters a right-hander. Well, here's Frank McCormick up there in the batter's box now to see what he can do about getting a rally started here for Cincinnati as we start the first half of the 5th. Pearson pulls his cap down firmly on his head, gets all set. Now the wind-up, and here's the first pitch to McCormick. It's a ball, low and outside. First time up, Frank hit a fly ball to Joe DiMaggio in center field. Pitcher has a sign out there again. He's all ready. Here's the next pitch. A foul up over our heads here, up into the upper deck of the stands. And it's 1-1 for McCormick. McCormick
has a sign out there now. Here's the next pitch. A slow curve right around his knees. It's a called strike on Frank. That was really an awfully nice pitch. Right in around the knees. Makes it ball one and strike two. Pearson's already out there again. Here's the next pitch. He struck him out. A curveball right around his knees. McCormick went for a slow curve around his knees and struck out. That's 5 strikeouts for Pearson. Now the next batter is the catcher, Lombardi. First time up, Lombardi hit a fly ball to the left fielder, Georgie Selkirk. Pearson's getting his sign. Wind up on the first pitch. Lombardi looks at a fastball very wide, knee high for a ball. Ball one. Selkirk in left, DiMaggio in center, Keller in right. Rolfe, Rossetti, Gordon, and Dahlgren around the Yankee infield. Fastball right across his waist. The strike call makes it 1-1 on Beezer. Big Beezer Lombardi batting for Cincinnati in the first half of the fifth with 1 out and nobody on. Monty Pearson getting his sign again. Here's the next pitch. He swings, and there's a foul right below our booth down here. Ball 1 and strike 2 on Lombardi. Drive. Pearson takes his time looking around the infield, checking up on his defense. Everybody in place. He's already out there again. Now the windup. Here's the next pitch. He swings. There's a ground ball to Pearson. Pearson has the ball. There's the fake to first. He's out. Pearson to Dahlgren for the second out. Yankees peg it around. Now the next batter is the Cincinnati center fielder, Harry Kraft, who struck out the first. Here's Kraft up. Pearson getting his sign from Bill Dickey. 2 out and nobody on in the first half of the fifth. Here's the pitch. He swings at a slow curve and misses. Pearson has that slow, tantalizing curveball breaking beautifully out there today. Crosses it up with a fast curve, a nice change of pace, low fastball, keeps that fastball low. Swing and a miss, that same slow curve. Harry Kraft went all the way around trying to get that ball to ride. Perhaps through your radio, you could hear that ooh from the crowd as Kraft swung. Pitcher's getting ready again. Here's the next pitch to Kraft. It's the ball. A fastball high makes it ball 1 and strike 2. Nobody on for the Reds. 2 out in the first half of the fifth inning of the second game of the 1939 World Series. 2 right-handers, Pearson and Walters pitching. Here's the next pitch. Ball outside. That was a sidearm fastball that was way outside to a right-handed hitter, Harry Kraft. Kraft pulls his cap down firmly on his head, waves that bat around. Pearson's getting his sign again. Here's the next pitch. Slow curve, but too low. Kraft watched it go by. It's a ball. Beans Reardon, who's back at the plate, went right down on his knees to watch that ball come in. It's ball 3 and strike 2 on Kraft. Pearson's getting ready again. Here's the next pitch. He struck him out. A curveball right around his waist. A lot of speed on that one. And Pearson struck him out to notch his 6th strikeout of the day. Kraft struck out for the second time. And that's the end of the first half of the fifth inning of this ball game. The second game of the World Series between the Cincinnati Reds and the New York Yankees. This is Bob Elson, who's had the pleasure of bringing you the first half of the ball game today. Now for the second half of the ball game, here's my colleague Red Barber, who's all set to do a swell job for you for the last half of the game. All right, Red, come in.
Thank you very much, Bob, and I just hope that my work matches that of yours in the first half of this afternoon's ball game, which sees the Yankees right now out in front 4-0. I'm afraid that there's going to be a recommendation made among the major leagues, judging from the work of Ruffing yesterday afternoon and Pearson this afternoon, that ball clubs coming into the World Series should have their number 1 and 2 pitchers come up with September sore arms, or maybe even extend the sore arms just a little bit farther back than September. Pearson has only allowed 1 man to get on a base on balls, then a DP jumped up. Now here is Red Rolfe, first up, last of the fifth, and the crowd takes a call strike as Bucky Walters knuckles that hard one over the outside slice waist high. It's 4-0 in favor of the world champions. The outfield is slightly toward right on Rolfe. There's a bounding ball to the right side of Slow, and Fry up with it, throws to McCormick in time by 2 steps, and Rolfe is out. Fry having to come a long way over toward his left, over toward his gloved hand. 1 up and 1 down for the Yankees. 4-3 in Keisha scoring, second to first, last of the fifth. Getting in now is Charlie Keller, who has 2 extra base hits so far in the series. He seems to lead a charmed life, bouncing extra base hits off of outfielders' gloves. The one off Goodman was yesterday and off Burgers today. Keller in the crouch, batting left-handed, swings. There's a high foul back into the stands behind third for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. 4-0, favor of the Yankees. New ball put in play by way of work for the third baseman, who flips it over to Walters, who wasn't satisfied with that. Stands back in the mound now. A blonde, slender, bow-legged right-hander converted from a third baseman several years ago. Put up over his head once. Now pitches. A sharp curve low under the knees. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keller has 1 for 2 this afternoon. He has 2 hits so far out of 6 trips up in the series. Swings as a line drive, hit into left field for a solid base hit. Berger takes it on 1 big bound, throws to second. Keller's content with a single and holds at first base. And there is Keller's third hit. It's the first that wasn't an extra base hit, and it's the first one that wasn't bounced off of an outfielder's glove. Sharp single into left for his second straight hit. That is hit number 9 off Walters. And now left-handers Grissom and Sharpen in Cincinnati's bullpen and back to right center field get up and start working. That takes a curve through there. Call strike 1. The defense, the outfield, way around defense, the outfield, way around it. Myers is a step into it. Myers is a step in. Hits it right back to Walters, who whirls, throws to Myers. Hits it right back to Walters, who whirls, throws to Myers. Play. That's the Ransford on the Yankees this afternoon. And at second base, who threw on to first base to McCormick. Thus the double play was completed. The first the Reds have come up with this afternoon. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left for the Yankees.
Lonnie Fry says, the Gillette Tech Razor made a big hit with me right from the start. This is the easiest shaving razor I ever used, bar none. It whisks off my tough beard just of the second World Series game. We'll pause now for station identification. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
This is Chicago.
It'll be Wally Berger. First step for the Reds, followed by Billy Myers, and apparently it is to be Walters who's after Keller's sharp single in the left field. Wally Berger looking bullpen. 1. Ball 1. Doing a superlative. So far pitched a perfect ball game. Placed on the back of the mound that throws to first and Berger is out. Wally Berger threw away from an inside pitch that had him tied. It rolled right back to Pearson. And Pearson has faced 16 men to get it down. To start the 6th, I consider hitting a fastball. There's Bob Elson hitting a fastball. The pitch is fastball right through there. Pearson so far this afternoon has kept those bases just as clean of runners as your Gillette Tech Razor will keep your face free of stubble. There's a bounding ball right back to Pearson. It's an easy chance. The throws to first, pitch to first, and that's all for Walters. And it was nothing across for the Reds in the top of the 6th inning. And Pearson continues to go his amazing way. And his Bob.
You know, yesterday we asked you fans to wire us your opinions of the sensational new Gillette Tech Razor and this World Series broadcast. Well, from faraway places throughout the world, telegrams and wireless messages have flashed in like this radiogram from the USS Trenton. Congratulations from the crew of the USS Trenton at Lisbon, Portugal, on the way you handled the first game of the World Series. Swell game, fine reception. And from Joseph Pondexter, governor of Hawaii, thanks to Gillette, and hello to baseball fans all over the world. One telegram after another brings word of high praise. Your baseball broadcast is swell, and so is your new Gillette Tech Razor. Delman D. Jones, Chicago. I couldn't get by without my new Gillette Tech Razor. Matt Gallup, Newark. My men all use Gillette blades with satisfaction. Charles J. Gishka, manager of a Baltimore softball team. I've always been enjoying a clean shave every morning with the Tech Razor and Gillette Blue Blade, and sincerely recommend Gillette 1,000%. Bud Keeley, New York. That's the way they go, and no wonder. The Gillette Tech, spelled T-E-C-H, is brand new and revolutionary in design. All right, Red Barber.
Now, Dickey, first up last of the 6th, takes the first pitch, a sharp curve above the knees, call strike 1. Walters over his head, comes back. Dickey swings as a trickle foul on the ground back at first base. Earl Coombs in the coach's box knocks it down, throws it right back to Walters. Nothing in 2 to Dickey. Has 1 for 2 this afternoon. A sharp single that drove in a run in the 3rd inning. The Yankees went ahead with a 3-run bunch. 5 hits in there, too. Walters throws. Dickey swings as a long drive in the right. Back goes Goodman away back and throws it down right back against the stands. With the small of his back against the concrete rail in front of the lower right field stands, Goodman makes the catch. And Dickey's long line drive is snared for out number 1, the last of the 6th. George Selkirk has 1 for 2. Left-hand hitter. Wears number 3 on the small of his back. Slightly open stance. Outfield around toward right. Walters comes down. Selkirk takes a fastman right through there. Call strike 1. The umpiring in the World Series is always of a high standard. But I can't recall any finer umpiring ever than the umpiring we've seen so far in this 1939 Classic. The pitch is a change of pace that hits the ground in front of the plate and bounds up. Of course, a ball. Played Series umpire, Beans ridden, immediately calls for it, examines it, see if it's all right. Leaves it in play. Lombardi returns. The umpires are ridden. Back to the plate. Summers, first base. Vanelli, second. McGowan is at third. National League umpires through the middle. The American League umpires first and third. Wallace pitches to Selkirk. George swings. It's a change of pace foul. Out behind right field into the lower deck. Got a hold of it. Was hitting out ahead of it. We're just delighted to know that you folks are enjoying the broadcasts. Broadcasts which are on 3 shortwave stations, sending, of course, the broadcast all over the world on 245 radio stations. We also know that you'll enjoy shaving the Gillette Blue Blade. Selkirk takes a fast one up there around the fingers. It's now 2-2. Balls 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on for the Yankees. Last of the 6th, 4-0. Favor New York. They're playing in their own Bronx backyard. Walters of the invading Reds from the National League throws. Selkirk swings as another long foul out into the lower right field stands, and it's still 2-2. Selkirk is having a lot of fun, should we say, on the practice tee with these last 2 swings. Maybe this is the one that's going to be for keeps. Hit 2 out of bounds without penalty strokes. Then toward right side of the infield back. Wallace pitches. Selkirk swinging, fouls this one straight back onto the netting. This is the first of Selkirk's fouls that the New York club will be able to get the ball back. This one hit the netting and, of course, can be retrieved. Lombardi walks out to come out and have a little conference now. Up to Walters. Billy Myers out at shortstop, leans down. Goes a little play out from his spikes. Frank McCormick got 1 foot of bash to be back in the Bronx playing ball. Talking up behind first. Wallace pitches to Selkirk. Strike 3 called. A sharp curve over the inside, just across from the hands. Selkirk turns and rather slowly walks out. That is the 3rd strikeout for Bucky Walters. It is the 9th strikeout of the ball game. Selkirk kicks a little bit. The plate umpire ridden. This is the first time that an umpire's decision on a pitch or a play has been questioned for 1 second. Selkirk still saying something back over his shoulder. Now he's in full swinging stride, walking back toward the dugout. Stepping in, take his turn, is Joe Gordon, going 0 for 2 this afternoon, hitting right-handed. Defense swings around toward left. Myers at shortstop's about 4 paces over toward third. Leans back toward second to see the sign that Lombardi's putting on for Walters. Gordon stands erect, now crouches, swings and misses. Walters throwing that hard knuckler down low over the outside corner. Nothing in 1. 2 out, nobody on. Cincinnati nothing, New York 4. Second game of the series. Walters pitches. There's another knuckler, and this one is way wide and out of control. Ball 1. Hard catcher. Back at third. Farrell comes back at first for Cincinnati. It's Walters and Lombardi the batter. The infield is McCormick, Fry, Myers, and Werber. Yep. If the pitch is foul, back into the stands. Just as we started to give the outfield, so we'll give it to you now. Berger in left. Harry Kraft in center. And the right field is Ivan Pittman. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Joe Gordon up there hitting. Getting back in after stepping back, dust off his hands. Walters looks down. Very poker-faced. Throws. A sharp curve is beaten into the ground foul. Count holds. 1 and 2. The big news of this ball game this afternoon is Marty Pearson and what he has done. Wallace throws. Low outside curve for ball 2. Ball going down into his right to hold it up. 2-2. 2 out. Base is empty. Walks from the Yankee second baseman. Ross Bucky pitches. A fastball that gets way on the outside. Lombardi grabs for it with his bare right hand and just barely ticks it, and the ball goes all the way back to the stands. Of course, it's neither a wild pitch nor a pass ball, as you do not have either one of those battery errors unless there is someone on base to advance and thereby profit. So it's just ball 3. 3-2. Down comes the full pitch. It's swung on and missed for strike 3 and the 4th strikeout for Bucky Walters and the 10th strikeout of the ball game. And this is the first time that the Yankees have gone down with nothing across so far in 6 innings. Because the Yankees, even though they didn't score in the 1st, 2nd, and 5th innings, got a base hit. But in the last of the 6th, it was 1, 2, 3, and out of there. At the end of 6 full innings, 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Yankees. For the Reds, not a run, and not a hit off Marty Pearson. There has been one red leg to reach first base. Billy Werber, who's been taking this afternoon, yesterday he was hitting at the first good pitch that came in. Werber, who's been taking today, ran the count to 3-2 and then got ball 4 in the fourth inning, the first man up. Johnny Pryor, right in back of him, ran the count to 3-2 likewise. But Werber went down on the 3-2 pitch. Fry swung and missed, and the double play for the Yankees as Werber was cut down at second base. Bill Dickey to Frank Rossetti. So counts. For the 18 out, the only run they got on, and that was fixed on the DP, the double play. Second official try in this bit. And outfield's way around foot left. Outfield's way around foot left. Sharp one just over the inside. Sharp one just over the... Oh. Dickey has handled him. Jimmy Wilson coaching back at first. On the outside, and Dickey's and it's Pearson, slender right to command this play. Pick up Bill Dickey back to this bit. Long fly ball drilled in the center. There's Joe DiMaggio on his mule going away. Back to DiMaggio on his mule going away. Right across the road from the brown patch. And catches it. One away in the top Norgren, who's so far. Second is Joe Gordon and short. DiMaggio just made that third left. Here's Charlie Keller. 7-1. 4-1. Fieldsman stands. 4-2. Fieldsman stands. Roth is playing wide and a little close. Pearson throws. There's a foul straight back, landing on the netting right underneath our mutual broadcasting system booth. 2-1. Pearson shrugs for the moment. Changing his uniform. One up. Nobody on. Throws. Strike. 2 called. That was a sharp curve that just picked up the outside corner at the knees. Pearson is working on the corners of the plate this afternoon, inning after inning. Twist throws, Fry swings. There's a high pop-up down toward the right side. First baseman Dorgan comes under it, hovering for it, squeezes it for the out. 2 up, 2 down to the 7th. And the stands have been rather quiet this afternoon, watching how efficiently Marty Pearson is working, eyeing his every motion. Just as efficient with that baseball. You'll find a combination of a Gillette Tech razor and a blue blade, efficient mornings. Albert Goodman, the crowd swings and fouls it straight back over our heads. Strike 1. 2 up, 2 down. Goodman the hitter, standing fairly deep in the box. 4-0. Favor the Yankees. Outfield away around toward right. Pearson delivers. Goodman swings. Has a long fly ball way back out of the left center. There's DiMaggio going and pulls it down. He covers just about as much territory as a full-fledged circus tent. And it's nothing, of course, for the Reds for the 7th consecutive inning. The Yankees are coming in for the last half of the 7th with Dorgan, the batting star of the 1939 Fall Classic, to be first up, followed by pitcher Pearson, and then by Frank Rossetti. Norgren has 2 for 2 this afternoon, a double and a home run. And his double started things happening. When he hit it, it was a 0-0 ball game. And a couple of moments thereafter, 3 runs were in, fed into the Yankee hopper. Then in the 4th, he hit what now stands as the only 4-master of the series. A home run drilled well out into the tough section here at New York, which is the long field left field. Yesterday afternoon, it was Dorgan who drove in the first of the Yankee 2 runs with a double. So he has 3 for 5, 2 doubles and a home run, which means he's hitting 600 so far. He's driven in 2 runs, 1 yesterday and 1 today, more than any other of his teammates. Here he is now. 2 for 2, a perfect day against Bucky Walters. Outfield's around toward left. Dorgan, right-hand batter, crouches, swings and misses. Big curve ball up around the shoulders. Strike 1. For some reason or other, several of the Yankee pitchers began warming up in their bullpen. Maybe it's just conservativeness on the part of Joe McCarthy, and maybe Pearson's arm doesn't feel so good. Dorgan swings and fouls it right back into the body's mitt for strike 2. In the Yankee bullpen are 4 right-handers: Hanley, Hildebrand, Murphy, and Chandler. Some of them are now working. First man up last in the 7th, Dave Dorgan. Bucky Walters, the Reds throws way on the outside. 4-1. 1-2. Few expected that Dave Dorgan lead the offense for the Yankees. That's what he's doing. Swings and misses for strike 3, and Walters finally caught up with him for the afternoon. That's the first time he's He's gone out. That's the third straight strikeout victim for Bucky Wallace, by the by. That is his fifth strikeout. And Pearson comes up to hit for himself. Let's listen to the applause. Here's Pearson, a right-handed batter, taking his position. Outfield slightly toward left. Money takes a fastball over, but under the knees low. Ball one. One up and one down. Morgan stopped for the first time today. Wallace works. Fastball swung on. There's a high pop-up back into short left field. Myers retreats from shortstop, has under everybody out of the way, and Bill makes the catch high above his head. It's off to Pearson, and it's 2 up and 2 down. Pass to the 7th. There's Frankie Crusetti. Flash out there on the left side of the infield. The defense around toward left slightly. Infield up a step because of Crusetti's speed. The outfield back. The little man can poke one if he gets hold of it. Wallace pitches. Misses inside. Waste high. Ball one. Billy Werber running in suspicious of a bunt. There was someone pulled a string attached to the front of his uniform blouse. Wallace wasting no time. Comes back. Fastball over but low. 0-2. Crusetti's ahead 2-0. Immediately looks down now to Art Fletcher back at third to see if there's a sign on whether he'll take this pitch. It's good. The right-hander throws. It's in there, swung on and thrown down into the dirt. Good one. 4-0. Favor the Yankees. Yesterday we had several wires wanting to know how in the world you and Bob Elson up so high and back of home plate at the Mutual booth to see whether these pitches are high or low. Wallace throws. Misses on the outside for ball 3. Well, I think Bob and I both agree that it's rather easy. You can see what's on the pitch, but you have to take from the catcher, the batter, and the umpire by their motions how high or low it is. There's a high pop-up to the left side. Myers goes again back in short left field, waiting under it now, and takes it. And it's nothing across for the Yankees for the second straight inning. Wallace seems to be warming to his task. At the end of 7 innings, it is of the world champion Yankees. 4 run, not a hit.
Men, if you think shaving is to lead blue blades, learn for yourself how quick, easy, Mutual Broadcasting.
PN, the voice of the people, Chicago. They're on their run against the Yankees. Right, 2 of Cincinnati's total output. The left center, but Selkirk stands now. What do you think in terms of a magnificent stance, ladies and gentlemen? Well, should I say it? The text will be on. It takes 4-0 to favor the Yankees. Having to get going to break into Pearson first, then come from behind. They're 4 runs trailing. They're thinking of a ball game. Ernie swings. There's a base hit. Magnificent fan, new Yankee fan. We didn't say anything about it. And now, there's never been a no-hitter in the World Series. The best pitching performance in the World Series was by Ed Ruback of the Chicago Cubs way back, I believe, in 1906, when he delivered a 1-hitter. And Laporte comes out of the ball game giving way for a pitch runner. And it is Stan Bordegaray at first base. And the first base grabs on the crowd. Bordegaray leading off first, 1 out. And now as far as Pearson is concerned, he's concentrating on winning a ball. Pitch a low curve into the dirt. The Dickey goes down. It's 1-1. First base. Running for Lombardi. Logan holds the phone on, foul right back off Bill Dickey's mask. Bill shakes his head on the groggily. Russell, that's in the Yankee bullpen. And is flipping a few. That's it. The Reds, Bordegaray, sitting down off first, foul down toward the bench. Bordegaray running. For third, Bordegaray running. Third, been the major leagues a long time. For the Dodgers. And so they the Reds. That is the seventh. Has gone again. Wally Burton's afternoon. Favor the Yankees. Bordegaray leading off first. Berger takes high. Ball 1. 1-0. Pearson working easily. The Yankee bullpen, Russell left-hander, Murphy right-hander. They're both turning on the heat. Pearson throws. Fastball through but low. It's now 2-0. 2-0. Reds still fighting. Up there swinging. Players all standing in front of their dugout. None of them sitting back. All on their toes, all on edge. Pearson in position, throws, Berger swings. There's a slow roller toward the mound. Pearson off, picks it up, throws to first, and Berger's out before he's more than 2/3 of the way down. Pitch to first. one hit. Cincinnati's only one. So far in the ball game, one man left, top of the 8th inning. And that ends the first half of the 8th inning.
To every man listening in, here's a sporting proposition. Without risking a cent, try the new Gillette Tech Razor and see for yourself how quick and easy shaving can be. Ask your dealer for the Gillette Tech and 5 genuine Gillette Blue Blades for only 49 cents. And then enjoy inning after inning of real shaving comfort. If you don't agree that today's Gillette Blue Blade and the Gillette Tech Razor make the easiest shaving combination that money can buy, your dealer will refund every cent. Men, you can't help but win on a proposition like this. And remember, it costs less than a penny a day to get perfect shaves with the world-famous Gillette Blue Blades. Now here's Red Barber.
Ariel Lombardi gave way for a pinch runner after he got the game's only single, and it was clean. It was definitely a clean hit. Watergray ran for him, but never got off first. And now Willard Hirschberger, former Yankee farmhand, comes in to catch. So it's little Willard Hirschberger catching. First up for the Yankees, Red Roth, left-hand hitter. Right-hander Bucky Wallace throws. Roth takes high. Ball one. Little Hershey having to reach. Up above his left shoulder. High outside. 4-0 in favor of the Yankees. Outfield slightly toward right. Wallace pitches on the outside again. Waist high for ball two. He wipes at the perspiration. Let's fall it. Billy Werber, throw off up there. Threat to push one down on the inside grass by third. The 2-0 pitch is over for call strike one just above the knees. Roth was taken. After Roth will come Keller, then DiMaggio. Wallace pitches, Roth swing. There's a high foul back of third over pretty close to the stands. Werber's going over against the stands. Now leans in, and he can't quite get it. It's 2 rows of seats back. 1 row, he might have stabbed. It's just a strike. Now 2-2. Little Hershey, one of the genuine twitching tillers of baseball, never still, always antsy, moving around. Pumps the sign. Roth stands there, swinging that shillelagh back and forth. Here's Wallace over his head and down. Low inside for ball 3. At the knees, Roth having to suddenly get stiff-legged and pull himself back. 3-2. Left side of the infield up a step. Werber's not back. 2 strikes on Roth. The pitch is swung on. There's a high fly out into left center. There's Kraft loafing in under it. Takes it. 1 up, 1 down for the Yankees. Last of the 8th. Bucky Walters, ever since Keller's sharp signal in the 5th inning with 1 out. Tied everybody in order. Got DiMaggio followed the crack into a double play. But that pitching started after the Yankees picked up 3 runs in the 3rd and 1 in the 4th. The 1 in the 4th was Dogman's home run. Here's Keller up again. Left-hand hitter swings. There's a long drive way out in the center. Grabs is on his mule. He's got to ride him fast and pulls it down in deep center field. Around 435 to 440 feet away. It's only 461 feet straight out to where that ball was hit. Tremendous blast, but with plenty of pasturage out there. Harry Kraft went back and got it. Now it's 2 up and 2 down. Last of the 8th. Batter is Joe DiMaggio. Has 1-4-3. Right-hand hitter. Defense toward left. Wallace pitches a curve on the outside. Ball 1. 4-0. Favor the Yankees. Reds have been held to 1 hit in 8 full innings. Pearson went 7 in the 3rd perfect innings before giving up a hit. DiMaggio takes a curve low outside. Ball 2. Ball's behind 2-0. Now has to come in. DiMaggio gets a hold of that stick. Swings as a slow roller toward the left side. Myers charges it, picks it up, throws off balance to first in time. And that's all for DiMaggio. Flipped that first base short to first. And it's nothing across as Wallace now has started setting the Yankees down just as easily as you'll find your Gillette Tech Razor and Gillette Blue Beard sets down those whiskers. So at the end of 8 full innings, it is 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Yankees. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors for the Reds. Start the 9th inning, Billy Myers, first up. Then will come Bucky Wallace, unless McKechnie wants to use a pinch hitter. Followed by the top of the order, Bill Werber. And what we shall see from our vantage point here in the Mutual Broadcasting System's booth at Yankee Stadium, we will see. At the moment, what we're seeing is Monty Pearson, who has pitched magnificently. No matter what your feelings are in baseball, you can only applaud a competitor who's been as efficient as Pearson. He's been cold-bloodedly efficient. Nothing spectacular, just like an almost inhuman machine. Now, Pearson, the right-hander, is ready. Dickey goes down and is crouched back to the plate. Yankee infield of Darwin. The offensive star of the series so far. Gordon at second, Rossetti at short, and Rolfe at third is straight away. Billy Myers in the crouch, 0 for 2. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Fastball forward right through there. Lee Gamble swinging a couple of wall clubs on deck. Utility outfield left-hand hitter. Finally up there to bat for Wallace. Pearson comes down overhand. High outside curve. 1-1. The outfield is Selkirk in left. Seems to be poised to go over toward the line. DiMaggio is in left center at the moment. Seems to be coming the same way. Keller in right. Myers takes a curve and just missed outside the ball two. Billy started to go in on that. This is I think I'll take it. 2-1. First man up in the ninth. Anything can happen in baseball, World Series or otherwise, and let's see. The pitch is swung on, hit right back to Pearson, and what's going to happen now is an out. Pitch to first, and there it is. Pearson to Dahlgren. Lee Gamble is definitely to hit for Bucky Wallace. One up, one down. Myers thrown out. Pearson to Dahlgren. Pitch to first. Lee Gamble making his first appearance now in any World Series. Left-hander, tall slender, takes a strike. Pearson coming right through there. Bucky Wallace is through. Lee Gamble is pinch hitting for him. Pearson throws. Gamble swinging, fouls it straight back. Strike two. Lee backs out of there. Up to pinch hit. Quickly had 2 strikes gotten on him. 1 out. Swinging stretch, right hands it through the head, swung on and fouled, back to first base on the ground. Jimmy Wilson goes over, picks it up. Meanwhile, a new ball's put in place, and Jimmy throws this one out. Weber on deck to hit next. 4-0. Favoring Yankees. Gamble pitch hitting. No balls, 2 strikes. Pearson throws. Just misses on the outside with a curve. Ball 1. 1-2. Step wide at third base. The outfield is straight away on Gamble. They don't play him to throw. Pearson delivers. Gamble swinging, fouls it out past left field. 1-2. Pearson's ready. Gamble alertly crouched. Here's the throw. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is the 8th strikeout for Marty Pearson this afternoon. And now 2 are up and 2 are down. Stepping up is Billy Werber. Pearson, so far, in 8 2/3 innings, has allowed 2 men to get on. A walk to Werber in the 4th, and that was erased on a double play. And then Lombardi's sharp single into center field in the 8th. The only hit for the National Leaguers today. Pearson pitches to Werber, who swings, hits it sharply through the left side for a second base hit. A sharp single into left field. Bounded through the hole between third and short. And for Werber, that's his first base hit in the Classic. That is the second off Pearson. And with just 1 out left to them, the Reds are still swinging. A sharp single by Werber to left field. That's hit number 2 off Pearson. Hit number 11 in the ballgame. And here is the Red Leg wire on number 11, Linus Fry stepping in, looking for his first hit in the Classic. Swing on Opusay. Outfield toward right. Right in there. Strike. Nothing in 1. Werber caught. Steal on anything. 2 out. Reddick's Dawson is only holding him halfway. Option delivers the outside. Or 1. 1-1. 4-0 in favor of the Yankees. Pearson trying to finish with as much style as he possibly. Big jug. Hander. Left big jug. And fouled. 1-2. And set the spikes underneath his right shoe on pitcher's plate. Looks like over his left shoulder at first. Now comes down out of his stretch, pauses. Throws, Fry swings, gets it down to deep short. Rossetti's up with it, throws over to Gordon. Gordon steps on second, and they out of the ball game. 4th play at second base. Rossetti to Gordon. Score Fry's a 4th out, and for the Reds in the top of the 9th inning, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. And there you have the ball game this afternoon for the Yankees to take their 2nd straight in this series, and their 4th straight since the beginning of this series of last year. The Yankees, 4 runs, 9 hits, and an errorless defense. For the Reds, not a run, record book. And on quick notice, we find that Pearson this afternoon has equaled Rulback's two-hitter of 19-6 against the White Sox. And I believe that is the low-hit pitching for the World Series in the modern times. A two-hitter. It's a two-hit shutout for Monty Pearson this afternoon, who really had it. For the Reds, Bucky Walters bore down courageously, candidly enough, but he ran into grief in the third inning, and for a ball skinning out of Wally Berger's. Of course, one run was already for a ball skinning out of Wally Berger's. It isn't the old red hit. Happens to be talking about just a moment, and getting ready to come on and settle down for a chat. So once again, the totals for the winning Yankees, their second straight, 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. And for the Reds, no runs, just 2 hits and no errors. Well, Bob, you just come right in now, my boy, and everybody's waiting.
All right, Red, thanks. Fine, that was a swell job. You know, friends, Saturday at 1:15 Eastern Standard Time, we'll greet you from Crosley Field in Cincinnati with another play-by-play account of this great World Series battle between the New York Yankees and the Cincinnati Reds. Grantlin Rice, Veteran Sports Authority, will be on hand to give you a vivid word picture of how the Queen City of the Middle West welcomes its returning Warriors for the first game of the series back on their own home grounds. And Red Barber and I will be back to give you a rapid-fire running story of what happens out there in the diamond. Yourself a good turn. Step over to your dealers and buy one of those easy-shaving Gillette Tech razors, spelled T-E-C-H, Tech, and 5 Gillette Blue Blades. Well, it's going to be my job today to sum up. I think as Red has already given you sort of an idea, it can almost be summed up in one word, and that's Pearson. You might throw in 2 extra words, put Yankees in for one and Babe Goldwyn in for the other. And you have a pretty good picture of just what's happened in this ball game out here today. Joe McCarthy, instead of having his veteran left-hander, Lefty Gomez, to shoot in there in that second game, as Red and I have seen for the last 4 or 5 World Series that we've worked, comes through with the right-hander today, Monty Pearson. As you know, Gomez has been ailing for a while, who's had previous World Series experience. He pitched in 38, 37, and 36. Made one appearance in each series and won a game in each case. And now he's done the same thing here. So Pearson's record now is 4 World Series, 1 game in each series and a victory in each game. And I think that you'll agree that that's a mighty, mighty fine record. Against him, we found the star-hearted Bucky Walters, who's had a marvelous record all season long for the Cincinnati Reds, with 27 victories and 11 defeats. Bucky pitched, you'll have to admit, pitched pretty good ball out here today. He did run into only 1 real bad inning. That was the 3rd inning when the New York Yankees punched 5 hits. Let's just take a look over this for the benefit of those of you who might have tuned in late in the ball game and just point out the hits that were made in the ball game and where the scoring occurred. For the Yankees, in the 1st inning, there was 1 hit. That was made by Crissetti. There was no trouble on it. There was a single by Crissetti, then there was a force out, another force out, and a fly ball to the outfield. In the 2nd inning, after 1 out, after Bill Dickey had struck out, Selkirk singled. There was no further harm in the inning because Gordon went out right after that, and there was a double play. No runs and 1 hit. In the 3rd inning, Babe Goldwyn, with a man on the fall down, couldn't make a play at the plate, and what proved to be followed by a hit by Maggio and a hit by inning were 3 inning after the first. He's made the first home run of the series. Against that, they hit that ball off, but it was a real long drop shot. And it went back into about the field. Their ball leaped up into the 8th or 9th row, I believe. It dropped right from the plate. From the play of the Yankees spinning 1-2 inning. Catch up, Billy Myers. So one walk in the ball game, and that walk was issued by Pearson to Werber in the 4th inning for the only walk of the game. All in all, it was a fairly exciting ball game to watch. Didn't you think so, Red? Even though the scoring was all one-sided here today, the Reds have been close enough in each one of these games, so the thing could have gone either way, didn't you think?
Well, Bob, it was a great ball game because baseball always gives you the double-edged opportunity to either see a great contest or else, as was the case of Pearson this afternoon, to else see a great performer in action hanging up something that was good enough to go into the record books as an all-time tie. And, of course, yesterday's ball game was just a full meal for the second guesses. You remember the buzzing around all last night, right?
I should say so. Red, now we're going to Crosley Field in Cincinnati, and there
there is a definite, I think, don't you, the home team does have a definite edge, don't you think so? I rather think that the Reds, getting back home in those familiar surroundings, will have a little bit of an edge back there in their own ballpark, and I really look for them to cut up quite some capers back there in Crosley Field.
Well, definitely, I expect that, Bob. And as far as being at home, naturally you feel more at home. You have your own fans with you. And, of course, you know how true it is in football that the home club is always a lot tougher than if it were on the road. And, of course, the one big advantage is that pitchers who are used to working in a ballpark know how to pitch to try and take advantage of the area of the ballpark because all parks vary. And certainly the outfielders playing at home. In Cincinnati, you have a terrace going up around most of the outfield fences. The outfielders used to playing 77 games a year there know how to get up on that terrace. They also know, without even looking, just how close they can come to the wall. In the case of Goodman yesterday, when he was going after Keller's triple in the ninth inning, he didn't know exactly how close he was to the concrete wall out there in right center, and he had to steal a quick second sneak. And for all we know, that may have cost him absolutely catching the ball.
Red, what do you think about the pitchers for Cincinnati? I think it'll be Junior Thompson, Lefty Gomez. What do you think?
Well, Bob, that would probably seem to be, during the last two innings, sneaking in the Yankee bullpen and getting a little work, which may be a tip-off as to what Joe McCarthy is going to do, was no less of persons than Vernon Gomez himself, who was limbering up out there. Certainly he wasn't limbering up to come in this ball game this afternoon. And as far as Thompson is concerned, McKechnie announced before they started the series that he was his number 3 pitcher. Of course, behind 2-0, you don't know what the caddy Scott will have to come up with, whether he'll try and come back with Derringer or whether he will try and stake it on Thompson. Anyhow, there is one thing I would like to say, and that is the reactions of Goodman and Derringer before the ball game this afternoon. Goodman, when asked about that catch, says, well, I should have caught it. I got no excuses to make, no explanations, no alibis. And when we asked Derringer how he felt about yesterday's ball game, he said, well, I wouldn't take back a single pitch. He said, as far as I was concerned, I gave the best I had, pitch by pitch, and I wouldn't take back a single one. Spoken like a couple of ball players, and Bob, I'm like you. I'm looking forward to seeing the floodgates open there on the banks of the Ohio starting day after tomorrow at Cincinnati.
I should say so. Well, Red, don't miss that train tonight, and I'm sure we're going to see some grand games there in Cincinnati. Fans, regardless of where you've listened to this ball game, the Corsair Network, the Mutual Network, has arranged for the broadcast of these World Series games a network of international scope. So I don't know where you might happen to be listening to this ball game, but wherever you happen to be listening to it, we do hope that this broadcast, as Red and I have told you about it today, has given you a very, very enjoyable afternoon. This is the largest network of a World Series game in World Series history. So wherever you happen to have caught this game this afternoon, we do hope that you've enjoyed it, and we hope that you'll be with us for the broadcast of the next game, which will be on Saturday. Remember, the third game of the 1939 World Series will be brought to you from Crosley Field in Cincinnati by Gillette, Saturday afternoon at 1:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over the station to which you are now listening. Tonight, Red Barber and I leave on the baseball special without our good friend Stan Lomax, by the way, whose broadcasting commitments will keep him here in New York City. Just a closing summary for the day again. The Yankees 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. The Cincinnati Reds, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher, Pearson, and the losing pitcher, Bucky Walters. Now this is Bob Elson saying goodbye, hoping you've enjoyed the broadcast, and leaving with you men as my parting thought for the day. Remember the Gillette Tech Razor with the Gillette Blue Blade for the finest shave that you ever enjoyed. Goodbye all. We now return you to our New York studios.